I'm a man on a mission. I want to take away fear. There's a lot of unnecessary suffering going on just because people believe the wrong things.
It's destiny and it is fate, and destiny and all that. No, this time we learn to control our happiness, health and strength.
Need motivation?
Watch the top 10 with Believe Nation.
What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. My one word is believe, and I believe in you. I believe you have Michael Jordan level talent at something, and I want you to find it, embrace it, and use it to make a difference. So let's get your motivation to a 10 and get you believing in you. Grab a snack and chew in today's lessons from a man who went from growing up in the Netherlands and being attracted to the cold since age 17 to now holding 26 world records, including climbing to the top of Mount Everest in nothing but shorts and shoes. He's Wim Hof, and here's my take on his top 10 rules of success. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Take control of your life.
What was your life like before you became the Iceman?
And actually, I was a father of 4 kids, and bringing them up alone, because my wife accidented in '95.
So that kind of like adversity and sadness maybe motivated you to
Oh yes.
and inspire yourself in the same way a lot of people who do
Yes,
your
sadness
programs
is
have
a
illnesses.
deep trigger. Where I got peace was in these breathing exercises, swimming outside in the cold. The cold is merciless but righteous as well.
All the people say, yeah, you cannot steer life, you cannot do this, and yeah, it's part of life, and it's destiny, and it is fate, and destiny and all that. No, this time we learn to control our happiness, health and strength, and that's not philosophical or sectarian, it's chemistry.
Rule number 2, don't let fear stop you.
Was there ever a time in your life where you lost belief in yourself?
Whoa, that many times I've encountered almost, death. And then I'm losing it.
How do you come back from that type of experience?
Yes.
How do you retrain your body and your mind to believe in the next record, the next adventure?
Yeah, actually very quick. An example, for example, is the first time I had to do a record with the Guinness World Records, swimming under the ice, say 50 meters. One hole here, one hole there, 1 meter of ice, and then breath hold, freezing waters beyond the polar circle situation. And then the day before I had to do the actual record, I went in, I had no goggles on, I lost the way because I lost a sight, it got frozen, the cornea, the retina, and I lost it. I did 113 meters.
Because you couldn't find the hole.
And I couldn't find it all.
Oh my gosh.
I almost, in the end I fainted it. But I did not feel any agony. I felt actually quite peaceful. After minutes and minutes under the ice, swimming, you exhaust your body. And I got this narrowed vision, boom, just seeing that. That's physiological.
Wow.
And then I went on swimming. It was all okay. It was like I was swimming into the death, unconsciousness. And then somebody grabbed me, a diver, and he brought me back to the 50-meter hole, which I lost.
Oh, you kept going past the hole.
Yeah,
off
deviated.
track.
Yeah,
Wow.
completely off. Yeah. And it was the rehearsal, so the diver was not underneath the ice. He was still up there. But hey, I was for minutes much too long. Then where is he? Yeah, then they found me under the ice.
Wow.
That's a moment.
So how did you come back from that? How do you train your mind to believe in yourself again?
At that moment, I actually had I overcame the fear of death, of dying. There was no agony. That's strange. And that's past my perception of what I thought was death, fear and this, nobody wants to die. I say, maybe it's much more beautiful out there, huh? Where, in the afterlife. And now we got to live. I always say, I'm not afraid to die, I'm afraid not to live. You know, quotes and things,
Right.
but based on experience. And so I really defied death and the fear for death over there. Not defying like I did it. No, it happened, and I learned from it to take away my fear for death. So, and then the other day, I only had to do 50 meters, which was
Simple.
a piece of cake.
Couple of butterfly kicks and you're there, huh?
That's it.
Came out happy.
Yeah. Okay, the winner. That was my number one
I like it.
record.
Do you face fear now when you go into some extreme challenge or in any part of your life?
Good question. Any part of the life, because it's all about the life. Actually, no. I'm a man on a mission.
No fears.
Oh, no. I'm a man on a mission. I want to take away fear. You know, irrational fears. Traumatic fears. Fears created because you do not handle mental issues as grief, emotion, PTSD, trauma, depression. Those things we are going to tackle. And somebody's got to do this, and I should have no fear to accomplish that. You know, a man on a mission should not think in fear. He should go and accomplish his mission.
Yeah.
And be focused. So there I am. I feel fear like everybody because it's natural too.
You feel fear of failure, is that what you said?
No, I feel fear
Gotcha.
like everybody.
But it doesn't hold you back from moving forward.
Absolutely not. Come on, man. It's much too important.
Rule number 3, my personal favorite, embrace the power of the mind.
Explain the mission, why you're doing this, why it's so important to you. It's not just about setting the world records, but why do you do this?
Yes, as I said, I did a lot of stuff outside in nature because I felt this disconnection from nature inside, from the soul itself. Soul is not able to express, and you can see it in the world full of depression and autoimmune diseases, cancer, all those things, and anxiety. So nobody knows actually, it's because of the disconnection of nature. So it resulted in me in an awkward feeling. I don't know what there is, but there is more than meets the eye. I'm going into a soul search. And that brought me to all kinds of traditions, esoteric disciplines, languages, religions, debates about philosophies, cultures, anything, you know? But in the end, it didn't connect with me. That's what the cold water came in. And the cold water is merciless but righteous.
Okay.
So, boom, hey, you gotta be there.
Right.
But little by little, you begin to wake up to that what you feel inside. It's beginning to wake up. A real primordial disconnection is beginning to connect to your consciousness, brain-body connection. And now, after doing 26 of those world records, but numerous more challenges, gotten in contact with scientists, and then it came about that I was awakening, stimulating, influencing systems within the body they thought of not being able to be influenced or connected with for humans. They thought, hey, humans cannot tap in. It's an autonomic nervous system. It's an autonomic process outside of our will. But brain-body connection, remember connection? Yeah, there it is. And now I'm able to connect, enter, and make the difference. And that's what I did in the studies.
Wim's mission is to use his body as a laboratory to revolutionize our understanding of physiology. In 2011, he was injected with a bacterial endotoxin in an experiment that challenged our understanding of the nervous system. In normal humans, the injection should cause a strong immune response, leading to fever, chills, and headaches, but not in Wim. It appeared that he was somehow able to suppress his immune response by making his body secrete adrenaline, suggesting that his method can allow us to influence our immune system at will. Scientists thought he might just be a freak of nature, so to further prove this theory, they performed the same experiment on 12 subjects Wim had trained in Poland, and the same thing happened.
proof you only get after competitive study with groups. So I took on a full group. I trained them 4 days to get into the autonomic nervous system and all those things. And they got administered with the bacteria and as well, all within a quarter of an hour entering into those systems. And now we are getting somewhere. Power of the mind. Yeah, we are dealing in modern day society. We can go to the moon, we can go to Mars and everywhere, but we cannot tap into the depth of ourselves and make the difference with the depression, anxiety, fear, trauma, PTSD, anything.
Rule number 4, live in harmony with nature.
I think there is a global tendency now which is looking for answers, which is looking for new things. Today, it's like a general way of thinking that the past is not going to make it for the present situation. We have too much stress, too much autoimmune diseases, cancer, depression. We are not happy anymore. We cannot guarantee this happiness, strength, and health to our children. What's happening with the love? So that love within the native people, they live much more in harmony with nature. And we thought as Westerners to take them over, colonize them and all that. But now we are looking at a dead end. We actually need to go back to become in harmony with nature. Doesn't mean we go live in teepees and wigwams and caves and all that. We got these big buildings, etc. But don't forget, if we are able to shoot to the moon and not to become happy, strong and healthy, then we got some place to visit.
Rule number 5, find your passion.
Tell us about the first time you decided to jump into an ice-cold pool.
Yeah, I was 17. I also began just because I felt this urge within myself. There is more between heaven and earth. I didn't know what, but I was driven to find out. That's the way it all starts, with the intuition, with an instinct. Something inexplicable drives me. So before when I was 12 years, I was already into psychology books. And I was into karate and yoga and all those things. Anything I could get my hands upon, I was doing it. So at 17, I was really like a ripe fruit to get into the depth. And that's what happened. When a Sunday morning, I was outside, I saw a thin layer of ice on water. I looked around because I had to undress myself, and nobody around Sunday morning. Easy like Sunday. No. Going into the water. And I felt from the inside, this is it. You feel it. And only 1 minute. And it gave me a rush. And so the other day I came back to see if it was repeated. And yes. And you know what happens? In the beginning, I was really, I did not really feel the cold. I became aware I didn't feel the cold. That was like I was playing around with the ice. That was the first very remarkable thing to me. It's not cold. That is actually a natural capacity of ours to deal of the body to be able to deal with the impact is there. So from there I became aware that if I began to breathe like this, deeper, oh, my body got charged. And I don't recommend this for anybody, but I was doing breathing exercises in the water at ease, and at a certain moment, just a couple of months it took, I could stay for 5 to 7 minutes under the ice. Every day, no problem, very controlled. Don't do it if you cannot control this, yeah? Learn gradually to learn to oxygenize the body so much in harsh environment that you become so tranquil like a baby in the womb. Under the ice, wonderful, deep meditation. Yeah. And that's what I did every day.
Rule number 6, change your chemistry.
If we just breathe more deeply, change the chemistry inside. Not shallow breathing, deep breathing. Slowly but surely. This is what you do consciously. You do this 30 times. The chemistry in the body, in the tissue, is changing. And it's changing so that the body is becoming oxygenized, alkaline, and then suddenly the brain-body connection is possible by pressurizing, by once you begin to have that connection with the body, then you are able to connect within, in the brain. And that's what we do right now with Stanford University to get rid of PTSD, fear, trauma, and depression, to learn to expand consciousness. And together with breathing, you create the right chemistry, and then the neurons, they channel up, and thus your perception, your consciousness, is going to be, you smell more, you see the colors brighter, you experience deeper. And that's the brain. And then connecting once again with all the cells makes you a beautiful living being.
Rule number 7, learn by trial and error.
What does it take in the brain? What kind of control does it take from the brain, the mind, over the body to go into extremes, as I've been shown, like going climbing Mount Everest to the death zone in shorts, or going record distances under the ice, or standing for 2 hours in ice, directly contact. What kind of mind control do you need to be able to do that? That's what I learned to do through trial and error, just by following my feeling. So I felt good, and good feeling is like connection of the mind over the body. That feels good. That actually is a way to learn to bring up your psyche controlled. And that is what is needed in a very extreme situation wherein ice water is taking place. But actually I took the ice water environment to learn to deal with my mind in connection with the body.
Rule number 8, step out of your comfort zone.
We've been saying now to 5 million Spartans out there, get out of your comfort zone. Get uncomfortable. If the weather's bad, go outside and do a workout in the bad weather.
Yes.
Right? We're saying to the children, get uncomfortable. And so we're not crazy.
Actually, you go and get into real comfort. Because the real comfort is being activated through the natural elements. First you get through this little shivering of, oh, it's outside. But then at a certain moment, it begins to adapt. From the deep inside, begins to adapt to the environment, the environmental stress, and you feel
alive.
Good.
Alive.
You see?
Rule number 9, breathe and believe.
There's a lot of unnecessary suffering going on. Just because people believe the wrong things. They believe in pills, they believe in medicines. They believe depression cannot be tackled. They believe you cannot enter into your brain. And I tell you, we found a way to get back to yourself, get back to Mother Nature within us, and make some sense within yourself. You are the one who is able now to make yourself happy, strong, and healthy. And that is entering in all those systems just by your mind. We are showing this through science, but do you need science when I already show this in science with data? Scientific results, brain scans, no speculation. I tell you, but it takes time for publishing and to get it into books and to get it in mainstream. I tell you here and right now, if you just believe and breathe and take a cold shower for God's sake, because it's good for your blood system, then you will become in the ability to realign with the control within yourself to become happy, strong, and healthy. To control your mood and your energy management and all. Look it otherwise up, because it is simple, very effective. It's here right now. So my message to you is just breathe and believe.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is do amazing things.
My companion, my great friend, a warrior inside of me, able to overcome any challenge. It's a big gun. No, it's the breath. Here I take it. Breathe with me. Let it go. Fully in. Imagine you are in the eyes. Follow him. There you go. Let it go. And keep him. Hold up. There we go. You can swim with me. Under the water. There he goes. There he goes. Crazy. There he goes. There he goes. But he's doing it. He's not thinking. He fear. Look at him go. Dang. And on. And on. And on. And on. And on. Man, where's the light? There it is. Okay. There we are. Yes.
Now I've got 2 really special bonus Wim Hof clips on how to master your body and mind and do the Wim Hof method. But before that, I want to make sure we are moving from just watching a video to actually taking action. So I have 3 questions, homework for you to think about as you watch this video. Question number 1, what are you afraid of doing and why must you conquer it? Question number 2, what's the biggest lesson that you have learned through trial and error? And question number 3, what's the biggest area of your life or business that you need to take control of? Write it down for yourself, do the questions with a friend, or leave the answers down in the comments below. Either way, I want you moving from not just watching another video, but to actually taking some kind of action in your business or in your life. Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love. I'll see you soon and enjoy the bonus clip.
Well, the Greeks used to say it's mind and body, right? It's not just, right? And what drives me crazy is there's so many successful, monetarily successful people out there, business people, that have clearly mastered that or mastered anything that requires the brain, but they're not taking care of their body, right? Can you imagine how much more powerful they'd be if it was connected? Which I think is what, right?
You know, people who think they can control it all, it's just the surface of the brain. The deeper parts include the sensation and the experience with your body. Then the brainstem is going to work, the limbic system is going to work, and when they all come together, then you got expanding consciousness, spirituality, and you become very, very powerful. I created a method. The components are breathing, mindset, and cold exposure. Gradual, non-forced cold exposure. And that's to optimize the mind-body connection.
Wim has figured out ways, namely through breath work and through exposure to cold, to take conscious control over aspects of his physiology that, for most people, they simply can't tune into and control.
The cold, my warm friend, it brings about a whole lot of more energy, and that together with breathing makes you so powerful. But then you lose your wife and it all rumbles down. 4 children I had with my wife, and I was to be with her forever. She was the love of my life. She died. She suicided. It's a black hole within yourself. It breaks your heart and you don't know why, but the train of a daily life is going on and you gotta catch up, otherwise you lose it. So I had to be there for my children. And yes, we created a new nest. My children made me survive in that time, but nature healed my wounds. The cold gave me a direct understanding of deeper breathing and how to heal a broken heart. Then I went and did all kinds of remarkable challenges. Apparently, they found it very remarkable and great and spectacular. So I came in contact with television. One after the other, they challenged me more. Hey, go swim 50 meters under the ice. Go swim 100 meters under the ice. Climb Mount Everest in short. That led up that the scientists became curious. Hey, what this man is doing is not possible physiologically.
The science of what Wim Hof method does is one of the primary interests of my lab now because it is so powerful and it's been shown to be powerful in the immune system. And we believe it will also hold some real potential for treatment of neurologic diseases.
And this breathing technique brings you right into the deepest part of our physiology. Anybody can do it. So you become the alchemist of your own chemistry.
Altruistic, world domination, honey empire, right?
I'm grateful. I understand why I'm here.
I think because I am so open.
I wanted to think and say, it's a bloody brief life.
All of you have the potential for enormous success.
If you want to know what Gary Vee, DJ Khaled, Oprah, and others know about empire building that most people miss, check out the link in the description for a free bonus video.